Hey guys, Mr. Ferguson here with another grammar practice video. Today we're going to be talking about complex sentences. Okay, so complex sentences are sentences that have an introductory dependent clause followed by an independent clause. And if you have that introductory dependent clause, you need to put a comma after it before the independent clause. Okay, so the key here with complex sentences is being able to identify the main part of the sentence. This is the independent clause. This is where your subject and your verb of the sentence are going to be. Okay, so let's just get started. You'll see what I mean when we look at some examples. So, first sentence. If you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Alright, go ahead and pause this video, take as long as you need, and figure out if this sentence needs a comma, and if so, where. Okay, go ahead and pause. Alright, now that you've got what you think the answer is, let's talk about it. So, you get the horns is the independent clause of this sentence. You get the horns. That could stand on its own as its own sentence. You get the horns. So the subject of this sentence is you. And the verb is get. You get the horns. Alright? So that means that everything that comes before that main independent clause is an introductory dependent clause. If you mess with the bull. You can tell with these introductory dependent clauses that they could not stand on their own. You're waiting for something else to come after it. If you mess with the bull. Okay, what? If I mess with the bull, what? So, an introductory dependent clause is characterized by, this kind of feeling like you're left hanging. There's something else coming. If you mess with the bull, what happens? You get the horns. Okay? So this introductory clause needs a comma after it, and then the rest of the sentence, if you mess with the bull, comma, you get the horns. Alright, second example. Because I am usually busy and tired, I often fail to turn in work on time. Alright, go ahead and pause. Ask yourself, does this need a comma? If so, where? Okay? Now that you've got your answer, let's go over it. So, where's the independent clause of this sentence? Hopefully you identified it as, I often fail to turn in work on time. That can stand on its own. That's the main part of the sentence. Independent. I often fail to turn in work on time. I is the subject, not that first I, the second one. I fail. Fail is the verb. Subject I, fail is the verb. I often fail to turn in work on time. Once again, everything before that is the introductory dependent clause. Because I am usually busy and tired, what? Again, you're left hanging. So, you need to put that comma. Because I am usually busy and tired, comma, I often fail to turn in work on time. Alright, third sentence. While I want to go to the movies, I need to finish my essay first. Alright, go ahead and pause for a second and figure out if this needs a comma, and if so, where. Okay, hopefully you're getting the hang of this, and you can identify the independent clause as being, I need to finish my essay first. I need to finish my essay first. The subject here is I, and the verb is finish. Okay? I need to finish my essay first. Alright, so our introductory dependent clause is while I want to go to the movies. That means you need that comma. While I want to go to the movies, comma, I need to finish my essay first. Alright, moving on. Fourth sentence. Even though I did well on the last quiz, most of the class bombed it. Alright, go ahead and pause. Think about where the independent clause is and where the dependent clause is. Figure out where the comma should go. Alright, so the independent clause here is most of the class bombed it. Could stand on its own. Most of the class bombed it. So the subject is class, and the verb is bombed. Class bombed it. Okay, so the introductory clause, even though I did well in the last quiz, needs to be followed by a comma. Even though I did well in the last quiz, comma, most of the class bombed it. Alright, last one. Despite my best efforts, I can't get the hang of this grammar stuff. Okay, go ahead and pause. Ask yourself where the comma goes. Alright, at this point, hopefully you're getting it. So the independent clause here is I can't get the hang of this grammar stuff. So the subject is I, and the verb is get. Can't get the hang of this grammar stuff. Alright, so the comma, just like with the other ones, needs to go between that and the introductory dependent clause. Despite my best efforts, comma, I can't get the hang of this grammar stuff. Alright, so I hope this video can help you start to identify complex sentences, figure out where the introductory dependent clause stops and the independent clause ends. Alright, again, a key there is being able to identify the main subject and verb of the sentence. That's going to be in the independent clause, not the introductory clause. Okay, so always need to put that comma between the introductory clause and the independent clause. Alright, so I hope this can help you out. Get your better grade on that next quiz. See ya.